Welcome to the Collier County Foreclosure Task Force event, which is our free foreclosure public policy forum. Part one is going to be a discussion of federal programs, loan modifications, and other information that you'll need to know. This event is designed to be of great, we hope, help and information for not only homeowners, but also to those who are on the board of directors of homeowners associations, condo associations, also to realtors and other interested folks who want to know what kind of resources are available in the community, free, safe, and reliable resources in the community for those who have questions about the foreclosure process and the effect of foreclosure on our community. So without further ado, it's part one is going to be the loan modification process, federal programs. We're going to talk about short sale process after that. Following that presentation, there's going to be a discussion about deficiency judgments, collection activity, what we call the end game. Also some myths and urban legends that you need to be aware of. And there'll be a discussion in depth about condo associations and homeowners associations and resources available to them, good information about their rights and obligations, and also remedies available to homeowners associations, and a discussion for realtors on the short sale process, because I know that there's a lot of technical information that realtors need to know. That will be the end. I'll also talk about very briefly at the end of that part one about resources available, how you can find out more information about where to go for help or information, and I'll conclude part one in my presentation. In part two, you're going to hear about the coordinated community response, not only the efforts of the Foreclosure Task Force since 2008, but you're also going to learn about the efforts of Collier County Code Enforcement in their blight prevention program, and also the great efforts of Collier County Sheriff's Office with respect to the Community Safety Teams Initiative. So without further ado, I'm going to turn this now over to Michael Puhala of Housing Development Corporation. Michael?
My name is Michael Puhala. I am a certified foreclosure intervention counselor with Housing Development Corporation of Southwest Florida. We're a local HUD-approved nonprofit counseling agency right here in Naples. Today I'm going to be briefly discussing programs and procedures available to struggling homeowners who are interested in retaining their primary residence property. We're going to begin with an overview of the loan modification process. A loan modification occurs when the owner of a mortgage agrees to alter one or more of the following elements of a loan: the interest rate, the term, and/or the principal balance through either a forgiveness or a forbearance. It is important to understand who the true owner of the mortgage is. The institution you make your mortgage payment to is typically a servicing company. They collect payments on behalf of an investor who has the ultimate say in whether a loan will be eligible for modification assistance. Even though the decision lies with the investor, homeowners who seek assistance will typically work through the servicing company when they request help. Every file is reviewed independently to determine the individual household's ability to pay. We'll need to determine total gross household income, and it will need to be verified, and the lender's also going to review household expenses. The level of modification assistance will vary depending on the individual household's financial circumstances. It definitely helps to research and understand the programs that are available before requesting help from the bank. In March of 2009, the Department of Treasury announced the Making Home Affordable initiative. There are currently three major components of the initiative, and these are the Home Affordable Refinance Program, better known as HARP, the Home Affordable Modification Program, or HAMP, and the Home Affordable Foreclosure Alternatives Program, better known as HAFA. HARP provides an option for homeowners who have stayed current on their mortgage payments to be able to refinance and take advantage of today's low interest rates, even though property values have dropped below normally accepted levels. And this is typically accomplished by the lender allowing a waiver of appraisal and not looking at property value as a determining factor in the loan eligibility. The investor or owner of your mortgage must be either Fannie Mae or Freddie Mac as of today to participate in this particular program. Homeowners have the opportunity to work with any participating lender to obtain competitive pricing on the new loan, but income must be documented and sufficient income must be proven to cover the new mortgage payment along with all other household debts, and of course credit is going to be reviewed as well. The more widely used retention program available through Making Home Affordable is HAMP. Any servicing company or investor is eligible to participate in this program, and there are actually financial incentives for each successfully modified loan. We, as a task force, have previously covered a detailed loan modification case study using the HAMP model, and there's a link to a video presentation of this case study available on the Collier County Task Force website at www.collierftf.com. I encourage anyone interested in learning more about the loan modification process to take a look at this video. Now, most investors, including Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac, will review files for in-house or backup modification programs in cases where HAMP is deemed to be ineligible. These reviews are typically initiated automatically using the same paperwork that was already submitted, but you do need to be aware that additional financial documents are going to be requested and need to be updated frequently. It is important to read any denial letters which are received from the servicer thoroughly to determine what other options may exist. A denial may lead to another option, and you want to be aware if there's another option, what steps need to be taken. Treasury has recognized that it is not financially feasible for every single homeowner to be able to retain their property. This led to the creation of the HAFA program, which is going to be discussed in greater detail by my esteemed colleagues in the upcoming short sale presentation. As they say, all good things must come to an end, and we do have some expiration terms on these great programs. The Making Home Affordable programs were actually initially scheduled to expire at the end of 2012. Treasury has provided some extra relief and decided to extend all of these programs through the end of 2013. The Mortgage Forgiveness Debt Relief Act of 2007 is set to expire at the end of 2012, barring an extension. This program was created to provide an automatic exemption to having to pay income tax on mortgage forgiveness on a qualified principal residence. You can learn more about this act at the irs.gov web address that's up on the screen, and I know it's a lengthy address, so I want to let people know this presentation will be on the collierftf.com website in the near future. We encourage all struggling homeowners to be proactive in seeking professional assistance with all legal and tax matters. Getting the information that you need and making sound decisions now regarding an underwater mortgage can have a huge impact on your future, financial future. In 2010, Treasury took additional steps in identifying states which have suffered the greatest impact due to the foreclosure crisis and provide targeted funding to these states. And I don't believe it comes as any surprise that Florida ranked very high on this list. Our state has received an allocation of approximately $1 billion through the Hardest Hit Fund program. The goal of the program is to provide mortgage payment and/or reinstatement assistance to homeowners who have become unemployed or underemployed through no fault of their own. There are some very exciting changes that are presently taking place. We've been quite busy reviewing files that were initially deemed ineligible. These changes are going to allow many more homeowners to obtain assistance through the program and for a longer period of time. We encourage you to visit the Hardest Hit website at www.flhardesthithelp.org and make sure to use the correct address. There are some scam sites out there. You want to get more information or to start an application into this program. If you would like to speak with somebody locally, our office is available as a local advisor agency for the Hardest Hit program. You can contact us by visiting www.collierhousing.org. And if you call or email, just ask to request to speak with a Hardest Hit program advisor. In closing this evening, I would just like to stress the importance of taking a proactive approach for anybody who's struggling with their mortgage payment. There's free local assistance available to guide you throughout the process. Take advantage of the great resources that are available on the www.collierftf.com website.